All right, Mountain Lion fans, welcome back for day number 2 here at Mountain Lion Field. Day number 2 of the doubleheader for University of Colorado Springs versus Colorado Christian University. Yesterday we had a pair of wins for UCCS out here. Able to win first games by a score of 9-7 and the second game by the score of 5-1. We'll be getting game number 1 today here, started shortly. Both teams have taken the field and are ready to get started. Jessica Belsterling is starting pitcher today for UCCS. Starting lineups, same as yesterday. We'll get those to you here shortly. Umpires today are Chuck French and Tony Exum. Chuck French is going to be behind the dish. UCCS has improved its record to 15-9 overall, 11-6 in the RMAC. Colorado Christian has likewise worsened its record to 10-17 overall and 6-10 in the RMAC. All right, folks, looks like we're ready to get things started here. Hannah Rappaport is going to be the first hitter for Colorado Christian University. Check that, Corey Copeland's the starting pitcher. She delivers the first pitch, bunt down the third base line, is going to roll foul. Get those lineups to you. Defensively for the Mountain Lions, Jordan Hitchings starting at center field. Jen Schellenberg will be in left. Jess Belshling, the designated player. Emily Jennings will be at third base. Nikki Hoffman at second. Becky Needler behind the dish. Paige Duncan at first. And Corey Copeland pitches the ball. Count now 1-1 to Rappaport. Rappaport lines one up the middle. Fielded by Jennings. Pardon me, Hitchings. That's going to be a base hit for Rappaport, and the Cougars have the leadoff runner on here at the top of the first.
Number 3, Jessica Romine.
Jessica Romine in the 2-hole today for the Cougars. She had a decent day yesterday, picking up 3 hits. First pitch to Romine is taken. Rappaport off on the pitch. She's going to steal second base. Cougars now running in scoring position here. Top of the first, no outs. Count 1-0 to Romine. Ball 2 to Romine. UCCS is on a 5-game winning streak after yesterday's sweep. Romine swings and misses on the third pitch. 2-1 the count. The Mountain Lions have won 5 in a row, and they are 11-1 since March 15th. Really on a roll here. Strike 2 to Romine. Copeland teams the count 2-2. pitch. Fouled off to the right side. 2-2 still. Wind is lightly blowing out to center today. Overcast day, not a lot of sunshine. We'll see if that changes in the afternoon. The forecast called for high winds. Strike 3 called inside on Ramon, and Colpin sends Ramon to the bench looking. It's going to be the first out of the inning here for UCCS. One down, top of the first. Sarah Rasmussen is going to go ahead and stand in. She's the first baseman for the Cougars in the 3-hole. Rasmussen swings at the first pitch he likes, popped up first base side. It's going to be fielded cleanly by Duncan for out number 2. Rappaport unable to advance on the play, still at second base. 2 outs now, top of the first.
Now batting number 8, Danielle Romine.
Danielle Romine, catcher for Colorado Christian University, stands in now. Romine hitting 282 on the season, 3 home runs, 25 RBIs. Pass ball for Needler. Rappaport advances to third on the play. It's going to be 1-0 to Romine. Run around third for the Cougars. 2 outs here. Another ball in the dirt. Fielded cleanly by Needler this time. 2-0 count. We'll see if she gets the green light here from head coach Davin Bond of CCU in his 3rd year with Colorado Christian. Ramon up the middle, base hit to Jordan Hitchings. That's going to score. Rappaport make this early score here 1-0 in favor of CCU. It's going to be their first lead of the weekend. They have not led in any games to this point. Standing in now for the Cougars of Colorado Christian. Oh, it's going to be Christina Belante. She lines out to second base for the 3rd out of the inning, and UCCS is able to get out, only allowing 1 run. That first inning has been troublesome for UCCS this weekend, and proves to be so again here. They were able to get out of both first innings unscathed earlier this weekend, but not the case here in day number 2.
The Colorado Springs Orthopedic Group has provided orthopedic care to the Colorado Springs community for more than 50
Get you that starting batting lineup from UCCS. Jordan Hitchings, like we talked about earlier, with defensively, Jordan Hitchings will lead off, followed by Schellenberg and Belsterling here in the bottom of the first. Defensively, Colorado Christian lines up with Hannah Rappaport, designated player, Jessica Romine at second, Sarah Rasmussen at first base, Daniel Romine catching, Christina Belante in left, Jackie Sansalone in center, Alexa Cuffing in right, Dana Rex at third. Pitching is going to be Raya Bledsoe. She started game 1 yesterday and had a tough time getting UCCS hitters out. We'll see if that's the case as well today. Yesterday, Bledsoe threw 2 2/3 innings, gave up 9 hits and 6 earned runs while walking 3, unable to record a strikeout. Even though it is overcast here today, the temperature is actually warmer than yesterday. Yesterday we had sun, but cooler temperatures, and today we have no sun, but warmer temperatures. That's Colorado Springs for you, though. You don't know what you're going to get on any given day. Leadoff hitter for UCCS, Jordan Hitchings, stands in now for the Mountain Lions. She raised her average yesterday to .393. She takes ball 1 outside. She's now hitting .393 on the season. Picked up a rare RBI for her yesterday, bringing her season total to 7. Stole a pair of bags as well in the second game. Fouls one off to the screen. Count now 1-1. Hitching's one of the seniors on this Mountain Lion lineup. Mountain Lions actually bat 3 seniors at the top of the lineup. Hitching, Schellenberg, and Belstring. Ball 2 to Hitchings outside. She takes 2-1. Hitchings lines one to left. Gets over the head of CCU defender. Hitchings going to run into second with a stand-up double. Rappaport actually out in left field today. Gets over her head. So Mountain Lions have a leadoff double here. Runner at second, runner who runs well, and Hitchings, 16 stolen bases, as previously mentioned. Schellenberg stands in now. She's been struggling lately, but yesterday had a decent day. 1 for 2 in the first game. First pitch from Bledsoe. Strike 1 outside. 1-1 count now to Schellenberg. We'll see if Coach Peterson doesn't have her try and advance Hitchings to third base via sacrifice hit. Strike 2 to Schellenberg. She's watched the first 2 pitches go by in that outside corner now. 0-2 the count. Bledsoe wastes a pitch in the dirt. 1-2 now. Bledsoe, the close pitch in the corner. 2-2 now. Hitching still at second base. Jessica Belsterling on deck. Schellenberg fights one off, fouls it back to the screen. Pitch to Schellenberg, line into right field, foul. Schellenberg continues to battle here after falling behind 0-2. Pitch to Schellenberg, fouled off. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up here to Schellenberg. Forcing Bledsoe to labor early on here. Schellenberg lines it up the middle, booted by the shortstop, Tatham. Hitchings moves to third. Schellenberg on with a single. Tatham booted it up the middle, and ball ends up going into center field, defeated by Sansalone. UCCS with runners at first and third now, and their best hitter at the plate, Jessica Belsterling, boasting a .423 average with 3 home runs and 27 RBIs. He just missed getting her 4th home run yesterday. She hit one off the fence on the fly. Belsterling line ground ball to third. Colorado Christian able to get the runner out at second. Schellenberg comes in with a hard slide. Hitching scores on the play. Looks like Schellenberg took out the Colorado Christian second baseman. Jessica Romine. Schellenberg still down on the play. Both UCCS coaches out at second base right now, tending to Schellenberg, who came in hard there at second base on the ground ball to third. It's going to be the first out of the inning. We got one out here in the bottom of the first. Mountain Lions even the score now. 1 run apiece. Coach Davin Bond out in the field as well, talking to his players, waiting for Schellenberg to make her way to the UCCS dugout. Schellenberg is on her feet. She's going to make her way to the Mountain Lion dugout. Just walking off under her own power, so it looks like she's going to be okay. We'll see if she remains in the game. I anticipate she will. She looks fine walking off. No obvious limp or anything like that. Jennings will be the next hitter for UCCS, number 24, Colorado Springs native. Cleanup hitter.
Now batting, number 24, Emily.
She hit her team-leading 4th home run of the season yesterday, and she carries a .333 average in today, 16 RBIs. Belsterling at first base for the UCCS. Mountain Lions. Jennings lines one to short. It's going to be caught by the shortstop Tatham. And second out of the inning, Belsterling able to get back to first in time. Then we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Belsterling still at first base. Only runner for UCCS. Danny Fonseca stands in. Score still 1-1. Fonseca fouls one off back to the screen. Danny Fonseca, a sophomore of San Mateo, California, Hillside High School. Fonseca with a .333 average, 1 home run, 18 RBIs on the season. Fonseca swings and misses on the inside pitch. Count now 0-2. Strike 3 on Fonseca as Bledsoe dials up the outside fastball, and Fonseca swings and misses for the 3rd out of the inning. Mountain Lions are able to get 1 run on 2 hits in that inning, stranding Belsterling at first base in the process. So the Mountain Lions fell behind for the first time this weekend to Colorado Christian, but quickly tied things up there in the bottom of the first. Christian was unable to lead the game for more than half an inning. We'll see if Colpins can calm down here in the second inning and give UCCS a chance to take the lead in the bottom of the second. Today, being Sunday, is the last day of spring break here at UCCS. Students had the past week off to let loose before the final push for spring semester here coming up. Spring semester ending May 23rd. Graduation for UCCS is held at the World Arena here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Leading off this inning for Colorado Christian, Jackie Sansalone, number 25 for the Cougars. Sansalone senior out of Westminster, Colorado. Sansalone lines one to right. Fonseca fused to her right. Able to catch that ball no problem for the first out of the inning. 1 down here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting, number 33, Alexa Coffey.
Alexa Coffing standing in now for Colorado Christian. Coffing, outfielder, native of Los Alamos, California. Coffing squares the bunt, fouls one off. 0-1. Coffing on the season, .312 hitter, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Second best batting average on the team. Colpins misses with a pitch outside, close. 1-1 count now. Colpins delivers this time in the outside corner, 1-2. One into the count, 1 out. Bottom second. Colpins hangs a changeup high. Pitch taken by Coffing. 2-2 now. If Colpins can't get that changeup over for a strike, it's going to really hinder her ability to put hitters away. She comes back with a fastball here, fouled off by Coffing. See if Colpin goes back to the changeup here. Put out pitch yesterday. Swinging strike in the dirt field by Needler. The throw down to first to complete the strikeout by Needler. To Duncan is complete, and that's going to be the second out of the inning here.
Now batting number 5, Dana Rex.
Third baseman Dana Rex for Colorado Christian at the plate now. Westminster, California native, as opposed to Westminster, Colorado. First pitch from Colpin, ball 1. So the Colorado Christian Cougars have 2 Westminster natives, one being from Colorado and the other from California. Ground ball to Jennings at short field. Mountain Lions find their groove on defense and will head back to the plate to see if they can't take a lead here early on in today's first game.
For all the latest news, stats, and photos on your Mountain Lions team, make sure you check out www.gomountainlions.com to join all these segments online.
Bledsoe back out onto the mound here now for Colorado Christian. We'll see if she can't make it further than she did yesterday. As previously mentioned, Bledsoe, losing pitcher yesterday. The first game brings her 5-9 record into today's game. Bledsoe's ERA 5.16 coming into today's game. She is the workhorse of the Cougars pitching staff, however. She has thrown 89 innings this year. She pitches to contact, though, mostly, only boasting 23 strikeouts. Opposing hitters are hitting 345 off her.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning, number 21, Nikki.
Leadoff hitter for UCCS here. The bottom of the second inning is going to be second baseman Nikki Hoffman, freshman for UCCS. She takes ball 1 high. Hoffman brings a .333 batting average into today. Swings at the second pitch, 1-1 now. Hoffman, surprisingly, is second on the team in RBIs at 24. Impressive for a freshman. Right behind team leader Jessica Belshillings, 27. Hoffman, good rip. Takes one down the left field line, foul. 1-2 now. See what Bledsoe decides to do here, ahead in the count. Hoffman lines one up the middle. One hopper to the center fielder. She's going to be on first with a single. UCCS has the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the second inning. And Becca Needler, senior catcher now, standing into the dish. Becca Needler with her trademark one batting glove look here today. A lot of the players you'll see will either wear one batting glove or pardon me, will either wear no batting gloves or one. She rocks one. Strike 1 to Needler. Ball 1 to Needler. 1-1 the count now. Bledsoe's pitch is poked over the shortstop's head by Needler. Going to be a single. Hoffman to second on the play. Runners at first and second now for UCCS. Coach Davin Bond is going to head on out to the mound to have a chat with Mariah Bledsoe. Let's see what he says here. He had a very short leash with Bledsoe yesterday. Rightly so. Bledsoe was batted around for 6 runs in 2 2/3 innings. She's gotten through 1 inning right now, still unable to collect it out here in the 2nd inning. Bledsoe heads off the field now.
Now batting number 2, Paige Duncan.
First baseman Paige Duncan batting now for UCCS. Pair of runners on. She was unable to collect a hit yesterday. She was the only Mountain line in the starting lineup who was unable to get a hit yesterday. We'll see if that doesn't change today. Ball 1 to Duncan. 1-0 the count. Duncan squares around to bunt, pulls back, however, on a called strike, 1-1. Considerably fewer fans here today at the UCCS game here at Mountain Lions Field. No more than 30 people in the stands. Duncan squares around the bunt, gets it down, fielded by the third baseman, Rex. Rex throws to first for the out. So Duncan is able to collect a sacrifice hit here today. Does her job, moves the runners over into scoring position. We have a pair of runners at second and third now for the 9-hole hitter, Corey Colpins. Corey Colpins yesterday enjoyed a great day at the plate in game 1, helping herself out. She was 2 for 4 with a home run. Wouldn't mind seeing another home run here. Colpins takes a close pitch for ball 1. Not sure where that was. Strike 1 to Colpins. Same spot. Different result here for Bledsoe. 1-1 now. Light wind out to left center. Inside pitch to Colpins. 2-1. Good hitters count here. Bledsoe has to come, and Colpins is see if she's ready. Outside pit by Bledsoe. 3-1 now. She falls behind and is in danger of walking the 9-hole hitter and turning the lineup over to Hitchings with the bases loaded with 1 out. Not where you want to be. Colpin's ground ball down third baseline, foul. Full count now to Colpins. Big pitch here for Bledsoe. Colpins fouls it back to the screen, stays alive. 7th pitch of the at-bat here coming up for Colpins. Pitch is inside, and Colpins is walked down to first. Jordan Hitchings now will bat. And Jordan Hitchings singled in her first at bat here today.
Number 5, Jordan Hitchings.
Bases are loaded, 1 out. See if the Mountain Lions can bust this thing open. Top of their lineup has been productive lately. Hitchings and Belsterling, 1-3. Schellenberg's been struggling as of late. Hitchings fouls one off the screen, 0-1. Score still 1-1 here today. Hitchings, line, drive, over the fence, grand slam. Jordan Hitchings not known for her power whatsoever. That is going to be her first career out of the park home run. She has 1 home run on record in her career, and it was inside the park. It was a grand slam. But outside the park grand slam's got to feel even better. And it's 5-1 now. That walk to Colpins ended up costing him. Hitchings, that ball got out of here in a hurry. Those bats the players are swinging today definitely don't lack any pop. That ball would not have got out of here that fast a couple weeks ago during some of our colder games. Bledsoe, a little flustered here, hits Schellenberg on the first pitch. She goes down to first. Coach Davin Bond asking for an explanation here. I don't think he believes that hitter, and it looks like it was a close call there. Home plate umpire Chuck French going to talk to field umpire Tony Exum. Chat this over. They confirmed the decision that it did in fact hit Schellenberg off the helmet. So still one out here in the bottom of the second. Jessica Belsterling stands in with Schellenberg on first. First pitch to Belsterling is a strike, 0-1. Belsterling, line drive, the shortstop Tatham caught. 2 outs now. Emily Jennings is going to hit now. She lined out to the shortstop in her first at bat.
Now batting, number 24, Emily Jennings.
Jennings pops one out of play, foul, first base side. Regardless of what happens from here on out, Mountain Lions able to capitalize here on Bledsoe's lack of control here in the second inning. Score 5-1 now. Ball 1 to Jennings inside. 1-1. Pitch from Bledsoe. Line down the third base line. Schellenberg to second. Emily Jennings in with a single. Little 2-out rally here for UCCS in the works. Danny Fonseca is going to hit now for the Mountain Lions. She was 0 for 1 in her first at bat with a strikeout, 3-pitch strikeout actually. Fonseca lines one to third over the third baseman's head. Schellenberg unable to score on the play, moves to third, and the Mountain Lions have loaded the bases here for Nikki Hoffman, who has been swinging a great bat lately. Hoffman 1 for 1 in her first at bat today, scoring a run. Strike 1 to Hoffman, outside corner. Again, bases loaded here, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Hoffman lines one to center, and it's a home run, grand slam number 2 of the inning. You don't see that very often. Nikki Hoffman with her third home run of the inning, third home run of the year, pardon me. And that's going to make the score 9-1. Hitchings with her grand slam earlier in the inning. It's like a slow pitch softball game out here today. Slow pitch, a lot of times you'll see teams poke 3 base hits and then hit a home run to save on home runs, because in slow pitch softball, you're not allowed to hit as many home runs. But today, Mountain Lions utilizing that slow pitch strategy, poking 3 base hits and then cashing in with a grand slam. Becca Needler is going to hit now. The Mountain Lions, the catcher. She takes strike 1. 9-1 in favor of UCCS right now. We'll see if they can maintain that lead and exercise a mercy rule here on the Cougars later in the game. Bledsoe misses inside. It's been a long inning for Bledsoe. She came into the second inning with the score tied 1-1, and she's going to leave with the score no better than 9-1. And maybe it's not over yet. Needler, ground ball to second, bobbled by Ramon, but she recovers in time to get Needler at first base. Well, the Mountain Lions are able to do a lot of damage that inning. 9-1 the score. Mountain Lions batting around. See if they can hold the Cougars on defense. Yesterday that was an issue. They were able to jump out early in game number 2, and then Colorado Christian battled back late. Colvin so far looks good. Through 2 innings, she's only given up 2 hits and that 1 run in the first. She had a 1-2-3 second last inning. Her record on the season, 7-4. Really found herself this year, this junior season of hers. Throwing excellent. Didn't get a lot of time on the mound last year. Winds picked up a little bit to left field. Still overcast here today. No sun really in sight, but a better sky for picking up fly balls than yesterday. Yesterday was a clear sky. It made things very difficult on outfielders to see. The outfielders have a better time with balls today. First pitch from Colpins. Fouled off out of play on the left side. 0-1 now. Quickly ahead of Colorado Christian shortstop Stephanie Tatham, sophomore out of Tucson, Arizona. Her first at bat of the day. Second pitch is fouled off to the right side. 0-2 now. Colpin's ahead. We'll see if she doesn't go back to that changeup that she likes to utilize as a put-out pitch. She hasn't been able to find a grip on it yet today. She does indeed throw the changeup. It is lifted to left field. Schoenberg unable to get to it, dives. And Tatham is into second base now, stand up double. You got to wonder if Colorado Christian hasn't figured out that Colpins loves to throw that changeup on an 0-2 count. That changeup didn't have as much bite to it. Colpins slowed down her delivery and possibly a little bit, it looked like. I could just be looking for that line to center by Rappaport. Off the fence, it's going to score Tatham. Rappaport trying to come into second. She's going to be in with a double. Run scored for Colorado Christian, 9-2 now. Jessica Romine stands in, the second baseman, junior, Grand Junction, Colorado native. She's got a duck on the pond at second in Rappaport. Colpins fires a strike, 0-1 now. Still no outs here in the top of the third. But no outs, 9-2 score, 0-1 count to Romine. Fouled off to the backstop, and Colpins is able to get ahead again, 0-2 here on a hitter. Romine here, I'm looking for that changeup. We'll see if Colpins decides to vary her strategy. She does throw a fastball this time. Foul off to the backstop. Colpin's changeup is considerably slower than her fastball, which is great, but if you're a hitter and you know it's coming, it doesn't do any good. If she could throw that early in the count for strikes, it might change things up here, but you haven't seen it yet. Fastball on the outside corner, 1-2. Pitch from Colpins. Outside corner, Paige Duncan fields the ball at first, steps on the bag. Rappaport to third on the play, 1 out now. Sarah Rasmussen over to the batter's box now for the Colorado Christian Cougars. One out here still. Top three. Runner at third. Rasmussen fouls one down the first base line. Rasmussen 0 for 1 in her only at bat of the game so far. Pitch from Colpins. Outside. 1-1. Traffic looks relatively light on I-25 today, as you can see it here from Mountain Line Field. For those of you listening at home that would like to make the trip out today. Line ground ball on the left side of the infield to score Rappaport. Sarah Rasmussen has her first hit of the game and an RBI to go with it. They can score 9-3. Cougars still have a long way to go if they want to have an 8-run spot like the Mountain Lions did last inning. At least making a dent in the lead this inning with 2 runs is a good place to start, however. Daniel Romine stands in for the Cougars. Ball 1 outside. Romine takes ball 2 high. Romine yesterday in game 1, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, a pair of strikeouts. So Colpins knows what she's doing with Romine. She retired her twice via strikeout. See if she can't battle back here. Not this at bat. Romine lines one to the fence in center. Hitchings gets to it quickly, but not quickly enough. Romine is able to get into second with a stand-up double. Sarah Rasmussen is into third base. Pair of runners at second and third now. 1 out here in the third inning. UCCS assistant coach Don Petro is going to go ahead and make his way out to the mound and offer some words of advice or encouragement to Colpins. I imagine the conversation would go something like, "You pitched well yesterday. Find that." We'll see if he has anything better. Colpins yesterday in game 1, 5 innings pitched, only 4 runs given up. She was able to record 2 strikeouts. If the UCCS offense keeps churning like it is right now, though, Colpins will have some cushion here.
Now batter, number 31.
Christina Belante is going to go ahead and stand in here. She's the hitter for the Cougars, 1 out. They trailed 9-3. Runners at second and third. First pitch is outside, misses. 1-0 count to Belante. Colpins has struggled to get ahead of hitters here late in the inning, falling behind the last 3 at-bats. Belante lines one to left. Schellenberg is able to catch it and bring it in. Both runners are able to tag up. Rasmussen is able to score on the play, and Romine is into third on the fly ball as well. So now score is 9-4, but UCCS will gladly take it out here. Catcher back at knee, they're appealing the tag at third base. The runner tagging up, that is, and yesterday that worked out well for the Mountain Lions as the Cougars left too early. Ball 1 to the hitter now, Sansalone. Cougars left too early yesterday from third base and ended up costing them a run, ending an inning. Turned into a double play for the Mountain Lions. Not this time, however. Lined up the middle by Sansalone, and Romine will score to make the score 9-5. So Colorado Christian with 4 runs of their own this inning the hard way. Very methodical inning by the Cougars. Now batting, Alexa coughing. She lines one into left center. Ball gets to the fence. Sanslow digging for third. She's going to get there. Coughing's into second. No problem. Stand up double. Pair of runners at second and third again for the Cougars. And Colpins needs to change whatever she's doing because right now the Cougars hitters are locked on. She's not fooling anyone. Two outs, score 9-5. Pair of runners at second and third. Strike one to the Cougar hitter, number 5, Dana Rex. She's 0 for 1 in her first at bat today. Strike 2 to Rex. 0-2 now. See if you see the patented Colpins put away changeup here on the third pitch. Decides to go with the fastball, outside corner. 1-2 count now to Rex. Base hit by Rex, most likely score 2, so I'd like to see Colpins put her away here and get out of this inning. Rex fouls one off her foot. Stays alive in the bat. One and two count now. 2 outs still. Rex fouls one down the right side. Rex seems to be on it. See if Colpins can't change that and put her away anyway. Pitch from Colpins. Outside, 2-2. Another pitch fouled off by Rex, third base side. Temperature right now at Mountain Line Field is a comfortable 59 degrees. Breeze is relatively unfelt here in the stands, which is rare because the wind can really whip here at Mountain Lion Field, make things interesting. Pitch from Colpins. Ball 3, she's falling behind now on Rex. Wouldn't be the worst thing if she walked Rex, as she was able to put away the next hitter, Tatham, yesterday in all 3 at-bats that they face each other. Rex fouls another one off left side towards the UCCS dugout. Colpins with the payoff pitch here. 3-2 count. We'll see if she can't figure things out. Lined up the middle, and Colpins fields it cleanly and throws to first. And what was really a defensive play there by Colpins, she just stuck her glove down to her left side, and the ball magically popped in it. UCCS will take it, though. Score now 9-5 here in the bottom of the third. Both teams boasting 8 hits to get to that 9-5 score. Mariah Bledsoe suffering with control problems a little bit, not really, only 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch, but the Mountain Lions have not been stranding as many runners as Colorado Christian today. Some good March Madness on the way tonight. Kentucky will match up with Michigan. The other game will be UConn and Michigan State. Favorites there, obviously, are Michigan State and Michigan. We'll see if the state of Michigan can enjoy a good day for college basketball. Paige Duncan, the leadoff hitter, here for the Mountain Lions in the bottom of the third, the first baseman. Still yet to collect a hit this weekend. Sacrifice hit in her last at bat. She takes strike one down the middle. Duncan takes ball one in the dirt. Ball gets away from her mind. Wind still blowing out slightly to the left. Like to see Duncan maybe poke one over there. She has the ability to. Ball two to Duncan. Two and one count, no outs here. Bottom three. Ball three to Duncan. 3-1 count now. Duncan, sophomore from Westminster, Colorado, Florida Southeastern transfer. And she takes ball four up high, and the Mountain Lions once again, for the third time today, have the leadoff runner on. Corey Colpins is going to step to the plate now, number 9 hitter for the Mountain Lions. Today's pitcher as well. Colpins over her first at bat. She pops up to the shortstop. Be the first out of the inning here. Mountain Lions are able to flip the lineup over to Jordan Hitchings now, who hit a grand slam in her last at bat, her first outside the park home run of her collegiate career. So one out here, score 9-5 in favor of UCCS with Paige Duncan down at first base. Paige Duncan with a single stolen base on the season, hasn't been thrown out. Pitching squares to bunt, pulls it back in time for ball one. Throw down at first is not in time. Pitching squares to bunt again, takes a strike, 1-1. Hitchings gets the bunt down this time, first base side. It's going to be a bunt single for Hitchings, who's able to reach on that play. Her second bunt single of the weekend. Hitchings has reached all three at bats this time. She came in today batting .393 with that average. It should be above 400 now with a 3-for-3 performance here early on. Jed Schoenberg stands in with a pair of UCCS runners at first and second. Here, one out. Bottom three. Schoenberg takes strike one. Schoenberg is 1 for 1 today and has been hit by a pitch. Controversial hit by a pitch. Schoenberg fouls one back to the screen. 0-2 count now. Schoenberg and Hitchings, the only two left-handed batters in the UCCS lineup, going 1-2 at the top of the lineup. Bledsoe just misses on the outside corner there. Bledsoe visibly upset with that call. 1-2 now. Schellenberg lifts one to right. We'll see if it has the legs. Nice play by Coughing and right. Duncan's going to tag up at second and move to third. Second out of the inning. Jordan Hitchings still at first base. First and third now for UCCS with Belsterling. I can't imagine Hitchings not running here. Hitchings is 16 for 16 with stolen bases this season. Runs well. 2 outs, Belsterling at the plate. Seems like a good time for her to run. I don't know if I've completely picked off the signs for UCCS yet, but based on what I saw, it looks like Scott Peterson's giving her the steal sign. And I'm no sign expert, but that's what it looks like from here, folks. Inside pitch. Hitchings is not running. Strike one to Belsterling. All right, so my sign reading skills may need a little work. We'll see if she goes here on this pitch. 0-1. Peterson may just be putting the game in Belsterling's hands here. He's been swinging a good bat as of late. Ball one to Belsterling. Belsterling hitting .423 on the season, 0-2 in today's game with an RBI, though. 1-1, 2 outs. Mountain Lions in front 9-5. Belsterling fouls one back to the screen now, 1-2. One strategy here might be to have Hitchings run, try and get Belsterling a worst case. You see Hitchings thrown out, and then you get Belsterling another fresh at bat here in the next half inning. Ball two in the dirt, 2-2 the count. Two count. Pitch from Bledsoe. Hitchings running on the play, lined into left by Belsterling. Scores Duncan. Aggressive base running by Hitchings. Ball gets away from the cutoff girl for the Cougars, and Hitchings able to take a third on the play. She goes first to third with the player right in front of her there and left. You don't see that very often. It'd be tough to give the Cougar player, the cutoff player, take them in the air there, though. Just really aggressive base running by Hitchings paying off. Emily Jennings stands in now, 24, for UCCS, the shortstop. Ground ball, third base side foul, fielded by Coach Scott Peterson. Poor throw by Peterson into the catcher, Ramine. Dirted it. Looks like Coach Peterson has good hands, but needs to work on that arm over at third base. Ball one to Jennings outside, 1-1 count. Jennings fouls one off, left side, out of play. 1-2 count. Jennings is 1 for 2 today's game. Scored a run. 10-5 UCCS right now. Inside pitch to Jennings. 2-2 count. Jennings continues to battle on this at bat. Fouls another one down the third baseline. Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom three. Jennings pokes one over the first baseman's head. That is enough to score Hitchings. Belstring's able to go first to third on the play. And Jennings collects an RBI to make the score 11-5 here in favor of UCCS. Six-run lead for the Mountain Lions. Score is 11-5 right now. Fonseca fouls the first pitch off. Left side. Scott Peterson, third base coach for UCCS, unable to get to that one. 0-1 count to Fonseca. Pitch high from Bledsoe. easily taken by Fonseca. Makes the count 1-1. High hit by Fonseca, and it is out of here. That's going to be a 3-run homer for Fonseca. Fonseca's second home run of the year. That's going to make the score 14-5 in favor of UCCS. As the weather has warmed up here this season, the UCCS bats have also warmed up. That is their third home run of the game. Coach Davin Bond looks like he's going to make a change here on the mound, and who can blame him? Mariah Bledsoe, while she did battle, put a valiant effort forth, did not find much success against the UCCS lineup today. Keely Gray, who also came on in relief yesterday, is going to finish out the game for Colorado Christian. She was able to throw 3 1/3 inning yesterday without much success. More success though than Bledsoe. 3 1/3 inning with only giving up 3 earned runs is not terrible in comparison. Keely Gray, freshman out of Lakewood, Colorado, also home of the Colorado Christian Cougars, choosing to stay at home for her collegiate athletic career.
Now batting, number 21, Nikki.
UCCS second baseman Nikki Hoffman's going to stand in now for the Mountain Lions. Score 14-5 in favor of UCCS. She takes ball 1 inside. Nikki Hoffman 2 for 2 today with a home run herself and a conglomerate of RBI. She has 4 pair of runs scored. Fouled off on the right side. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Cougars have been unable to get that elusive third out here. Pitch high from Gray. 3-1 count to Hoffman. Green light. She swings, pokes one into right, doesn't get all of it. Fielded cleanly by the right fielder coughing, and that's going to end the inning finally for UCCS. Score 14-5 in favor of UCCS. Mountain Lions tacked on 5 in the bottom of that inning. They have scored in every half inning so far. 1 in the first, 8 in the second, and 5 in the third. The top of the fourth, a lot of wiggle room to work with. See if she needs it all. Colpins was a freshman in 2011. Check that. 2012 was Colpin's freshman season. Colpins was 6-12 that year. Win-loss record on the mound with a 7.79 ERA. She has improved that dramatically this year. The 3.75 ERA and 7-4 win-loss record with a lot of the season in front of her. The Mountain Lions really only halfway through their season right now. Let's get things started here at the top of the fourth inning. First pitch from Colpins to Gabby Thury, the pinch hitter, standing in for Stephanie Tatham. She fouls it off 0-1. Thury squares around the bunt, pulls it back in time, 1-1 now. pitch from Colpins. Thury pops the bunt up to the third base side, fielded cleanly by Claire Nibby. That's going to be the first out of the inning here for the Mountain Lions. Hannah Rappaport's going to start things off here now. The top of the lineup. So the top of the lineup for CCU comes up to bat with one out already on the board here on the top of the fourth. Hannah, the Rappaport rolls over one to the second baseman, Hoffman. Easy throw to first. Second out of the inning. A elaborate collection of colors for bows here on the infield. You have Nibby and Colpins who wear a blue bow in their hair, and Duncan with a pink bow in her hair. Not really sure if those mean anything. Colpins first pitch inside. It's going to be a strike. 0-1 here to the Cougar hitter, Romine. Softball, you see some players wearing bows in their hair, other players wearing hats. It's a real mix, player preference there. Changeup from Colpins gets popped up to Jennings. Shallow outfield. She calls for it and catches it for the third out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Colpins after struggling through the third. Her second 1-2-3 inning of the day. She had one in the second inning as well. So Scott Peterson loves to see that from his number one starting pitcher here.
Generations after generations of Colorado families have suffered
14-5 here still at Mountain Lion Field between UCCS and Colorado Christian University. You got to imagine that Colorado Christian is eager to get back up to the plate and get through this inning after struggling to get out of some of their previous innings. Becca Needler, the catcher, is going to lead off this inning. Keely Gray still the pitcher. Pitch one from Gray. They called strike on Needler. 14-5 here still in favor of UCCS. Ball one, Needler in the dirt, scooped up by Romine. Ball two. Needler rips one up the middle. It's going to be a single for Needler. It's her second hit of the day. Paige Duncan now up to the plate, the freshman. UCCS has gotten the leadoff hitter on in all 4 innings today. They've successfully scored in the first 3 innings. We'll see if the 4th inning today continues that trend. Strike one to Duncan. Needler at first runs well for a catcher. You don't usually see catchers with any kind of speed. Needler, even though she doesn't steal a lot of bases, pitch fouled off by Duncan. Still someone you have to watch out. Going first to third or scoring from second, either way. She moves well on the bases. Duncan now 0-2, however. Duncan, hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. CCU flips to second for the out, unable to roll a double play there. CCU was going for the 6-4-3 double play if you're scoring at home. And if you're not, try Flowers, but unable to finish that off. Corey Colpin stands in now. Colpin's lines one to right, directly at the right fielder. They try to double off Duncan, though not in time. Pair of hard hit balls now by UCCS, both right at players. Brings Jordan Hitchings up to bat now. Hitchings has reached in all 3 at-bats today. She's got a home run, a double, and a single. She is a triple short of the cycle. We'll see if she can get a elusive softball triple here in this at-bat. She does, however, pop one over the shortstop's head for another single. She's 4 for 4 now today. And brings up Schellenberg here with 2 outs and runners on first and second. UCCS in danger of not scoring this inning for the first time all day. They've scored in the previous 3 innings. Schellenberg fouls the first pitch off. 0-1. Schellenberg 1 for 1 today with a hit by pitch and a sacrifice fly. Ball gets by Ramon. Both UCCS runners advance to second and third. Paige Duncan, the runner at third right now, got on via fielder's choice earlier this inning. Ball 2 to Schellenberg outside. Good hitters count here for Schellenberg. Fouls, 1 out of play. Two and 2 here. Schellenberg lines one in the left center field. That'll score 2. Duncan is home. Hitchings is home. And Schellenberg is into second base with a stand-up double. UCCS continues to score in every single inning today. Tacking on 2 there, making the score 16-5. And it doesn't seem to matter who's on the mound for Colorado Christian right now as Gray gives up runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Ball 1 to Belsterling. Belsterling fouls 1 out of play. Those are the first 2 runs Gray had given up. All previous 14 runs were charged to Bledsoe. Today's game 1 starter. 1-1 now. Pitch from Gray, called strike inside corner. 1-2. Schellenberg, with the RBI double, still at second base now. Belsterling chases a high fastball. Belsterling stands in the batter's box at a listed 6'1". That ball was at her head level as far as height, and she chased that one for out number 3 in the inning.
Follow UCCS Athletics on Twitter at GoOnline.
Corey Culpin still on the mound for UCCS this inning. We've only been playing for an hour and 15 minutes, but cruising through this game here, already through 4 innings. So we enter the top of the 5th. So after today's impressive performance by the Mountain Lions, picking up a pair of wins, UCCS has moved up into 3rd place in the RMAC standings. CSU Pueblo currently number 1 overall after Mesa dropping in a pair of games yesterday. Pueblo 12-5. Metro State 10-5 is number 2. Then UCCS is at 11-6 with a chance to grab 2 more wins today. Looking like a likely win here in game 1. Adams State behind them, 14-8. Colorado Mesa, 13-8. Fort Lewis, 13-9. Chadron, 9-7. If you keep crawling down the standings, you'll end up eventually at Colorado Christian, who is 6-10. Colorado Christian had an opportunity coming into this weekend to really even things up with UCCS and make a move themselves. Every weekend is crucial with 4 games, but Colorado Christian making a trifecta of subs here in an effort to get some new blood here in the lineup, see if they can get some success going. It's not like they've been completely unsuccessful. 5 runs through 4 innings is nothing to be ashamed of, but when you're giving up 16 runs, you're going to have problems. Hannah Caress is going to stand in here for the Cougars. She's going to pinch hit for Sarah Rasmussen, the first baseman. Hannah Caress this season, limited action, 3 at bats. She's gotten 1 hit for what is a stellar batting average, really, of 333. She could either improve her batting average to 500 here or drop it to 250, however. So she takes strike 1 from Colpins. She would be the team leader in batting average at 500. However, her limited at bats would disqualify her from any accolades. Strike 2 in the outside corner from Colpins. Caress, a freshman from Broomfield, Colorado. Caress swings and misses. Colpins records the strikeout, and that's me out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. Caress dropping that batting average now to 250. Another pinch hitter here for Colorado Christian, Ashley Behabitz. She's pinch hitting for Danielle Romine. Strike 1 in the outside corners. Colpins continues to cruise. Behabitz, 270 hitter on the season, pair of homers, 13 RBIs. Surprising she's not in the lineup this series. Ball 1 from Colpins. Behabitz had started the 22 games that she's played, and this is her first appearance in a game where she has not started. Behabitz, a senior. 1-1 count, 1 out right now. Behabitz pops one up out of play, directly behind home plate. The Colorado Christian fans did not oblige to play defense there. Rather than sticking their hands up and trying to catch that one, they ducked and turned and got out of the way. Probably not the best choice. Probably at least want to see where the ball goes in case it's coming at your face. Pitch from Colpins. Fouled off by Behabitz down the third base line, 1-2 count. UCCS still out in front, 16-5. Behabitz from Littleton, Colorado. St. Mary's High School, or St. Mary's University, pardon me. Transfer student. Behabitz fouled out of play. St. Mary's University, located in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Also home of Shamu and SeaWorld. Colpins pitch fouled off the UCCS dugout, bounces over to third baseman Claire Nibby. Fielded cleanly off the dugout bounce there. Behabitz behind the count, 1-2. Behabitz fouls another one off. This one down the third baseline. See if Colpins goes with the changeup here. Some mostly fastballs thus far. She does throw a changeup. Ball is fouled down the third base line towards the UCCS batting cage. Long battle here between Behabitz and Colpins. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. Behabitz is lucky we're not charging her for foul balls here. She's ringing up quite the bill. Colpins gets Bahamas to pop up to shallow left. Jennings runs it down. The second out of the inning. And Colorado Christian with another pinch hitter here, and a trifecta of pinch hitters in an effort to get people into the game. Megan Horn steps up to the plate here to face Colpins. Horn, freshman from Flagstaff, Arizona. Takes ball one outside. Horn, 224 hitter on the season. No homers. 7 RBIs. Pitch from Colpins. Strike one inside corner. 1-1 count now. 2 outs. Top 5. Inside pitch from Colpins just misses. A few jeers from the home fans here. Thought that pitch was over the plate. Pitch foul down the right side here by Horn. 2-2 count. Things are even. Could be the last pitch of the game right here. Colvin's able to retire Horn. There's an 8-run mercy rule here in NCAA softball Division II level. Soft ground ball to Hoffman. Throws to first. And that ends the inning and the game. So game 1 is complete by the score of 16-5. UCCS is able to exercise the 8-run mercy rule at Division II softball. There is a mercy rule that says that if a team is up by 8 or more runs after 5 innings of play, then that game's over. Today's winning pitcher for UCCS is going to be Corey Colpins. She improves to 8-4 on the season. Losing pitcher is going to be Mariah Bledsoe. She's going to drop to 5-10 on the season. UCCS inching closer and closer to where they want to be in the RMAC. Their RMAC record now sits at 12-6. We have another game upcoming here against Colorado Christian. Should be 20 to 30 minutes from now. UCCS looking ahead at their schedule a little bit here after the Colorado Christian series. Next weekend they are on the road at Metro State, where they will play Highlands and Metro State. Metro State Highlands is towards the bottom of the RMAC, so those will be nice games. Metro State, however, at the top, so those will be crucial games as far as positioning. CSU Pueblo series will be vital. That is the UCCS rival, and CSU Pueblo is currently at the top of the standings. Fort Lewis is no slouch, and neither is Regis, so the road doesn't get easier from here for the Mountain Lions. All right, one more time. Today's final score for game 1 is 16-5, and we'll be back for game 2 in 20 to 30 minutes. See you then.